to Joy English School. I am Chris Gorski.
I am Antony.
And it's time for the celebrations article. It's day one on June 23rd. And our article today is Happy Midsummer.
Yeah, 没错。我们今天的中文标题叫做北欧年度狂欢仲夏节。
I'm not sure what to make of this title. Like, summer is awful. It's so hot and miserable here. Students, if you ask Americans what's your favorite season, they will almost all say summer because it's always cold where we live. Like where I come from, where Bruce comes from, it's cold like 7 months of the year. 7 months! Maybe you might get 6 months of nice weather. In Taiwan, it's hot like 9 months of the year.
Yeah.
So happy midsummer is like...
What?
Yeah, it's happy because now 我们过了一半，赶快亮一点。
没错。老师在那边提到说，他的成长环境里头，大概一年里面大概有7个月都是那种很冷的天气，所以说听到夏天，哦耶，太棒了，终于可以晒点太阳了。可是台湾四季如春，而且这夏天是热到爆，所以我们看到这个 Happy Midsummer 的时候，大家就会会觉得哦，热翻了。
对 ，If this is about Taiwan, I'd be like, oh gosh,
not again. The heat.
More. Okay, let's get ready for our paragraph, and when we get back, we'll talk about the subtitle and all that. All right, see you soon.
Happy Midsummer! In late June, people from Denmark, Norway, Finland, and Sweden take part in a tradition that celebrates nature and the magic of summer. It's a time for family and friends to gather outdoors and show their appreciation for plants, flowers, and trees. The occasion is Midsummer, a Germanic holiday that dates back to ancient times. Midsummer is held on the summer solstice. This is the longest day of the year, when daylight can last as long as 17 hours. The traditions of Midsummer can be traced back to the Middle Ages. During those times, doctors would gather herbs from the forest, which were believed to have gained magical healing powers during the solstice. The Vikings would visit water wells and start bonfires to keep wicked spirits at bay. Over time, Midsummer became linked with St. John. He was an important Christian saint who helped Jesus spread his message. The holidays are celebrated together because the solstice occurs around St. John's birthday, June 24th, when people gather for a large feast. For entertainment, they watch plays that tell the story of his life. The large bonfires are also meant to represent St. John as a guiding light for Christians.
Okay, friends, we're back. And just like we talked about at the top of the show, we want to know what your favorite season is and why. Where Bruce comes from, where I come from, it starts to be cold like September 1st. Like 9月的时候可以适度一下. And it's cold until May. And right, it's cold from September all the way to May. So for us, we love summer. But Taiwan is kind of different. What's your favorite season and why? Tell us in those comments. We really want to know.
没错，请告诉我们你最喜欢的季节是什么季节？因为今天Chris 老师呢，他是来自于水牛城，各位去 Google 一下水牛城或是 Buffalo， 非常非常冷。9月1号的时候，它差不多就开始冷，一路冷到5月，所以你真正可以享受这个夏季有点阳光，大概是5月、6月、7月、8月没了。然后剩下就又开始又冷。
You have 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah, 没有错。所以说，告诉我们你最喜欢季节，为什么？在留言区留言给我们，让我们知道一下哦。
In late June, people from Denmark, Norway, Finland, and Sweden, that's Scandinavia, take part in a tradition that celebrates nature and the magic of summer.
Yeah， 所以老师刚刚提到 Scandinavia， 对不对？就是斯堪的纳维亚半岛，也就是北欧啦，也是北欧。你在这个副标题上面肯定有看到一个字叫做 a Scandinavian holiday。老师刚刚讲的那个字呢，就是把 Scandinavian 的 n 去掉， 变成名词 Scandinavia 这个字，好，也是指北欧的意思。我们来看第一句话，他说 In late June， 好，在6月末，就是6月下半期的时候呢，也就是在这6月下旬 ，People from Denmark, Norway, Finland and Sweden， 好，来自于丹麦、挪威、芬兰、瑞典的人们 take part in a tradition。That celebrates nature and the magic of summer。好，他就是会参与一个很有行之有年的传统tradition。然后这个传统呢，去庆祝 nature， 好，去礼赞这个自然，还有 the magic summer， 还有夏日的美好。
Now pay attention. Summer is little s. Why? Because it's not a noun. It's not a proper noun. It's not the name of something. Summer 要写 little s. Now, 你有没有办法把 summer 变成 like 一个代替一个人的个性 Yes, and then we can use capital S. But when we're talking about like 现在是夏天, that's little s. And it's a mistake I see students make a lot. 小心。
除非你是要去看那个恋夏500日 500 Days with Summer，
那
种电影的时候，那个时候 Summer 是真的它这个名字，所以这时候这个 S 才会大写，不然平常我们用小写就好了。
It's a time for family and friends to gather outdoors and show their appreciation for plants, flowers, and trees.
好，接下来第二句话说 It's a time for family and friends to gather outdoors。 老师故意把这个 z 的声音念得很仔细，就是因为它当副词使用的时候，我们会讲 outdoors, go outdoors， 但是形容词的时候那个 s 会不见，像 outdoor activities。 好，这个时候你要知道它这个副词跟这个形容词之间使用的差异。好，这要说这是一个什么时间呢？是家人啦、朋友啦都会在户外聚集and show their appreciation for plants, flowers, and trees. 好，在这个户外啊 show their appreciation for 就去赏花啊，或是赏这些植物啦，或是这些树啊，去礼赞，就是哇，你看它们开得多美多漂亮。
There is a phrase in English we say enjoy the great outdoors. 这个要加 s, just like Anthony said. This is not the adjective. The occasion is Midsummer, a Germanic holiday that goes back to ancient times.
好，再来我们看，告诉你了 the occasion。 好，这样子的一个盛典，这样子的一个场合呢 is Midsummer， 因为这个 Midsummer 是仲夏节，是一个专有名词，所以 m 的话就是大写的 Midsummer， 然后逗号同位语告诉你说 a Germanic holiday， 它是一个日耳曼的节日 that dates back to ancient times。 好，它是能够追溯到非常非常古代的时期就有的一个这样子的节庆。
Now, Germanic does not mean Germany, but 就是哪一边的那个地方。 Just like the word Asian, A-S-I-A-N, Asian is like China or Korea or Taiwan or Japan, Singapore. It doesn't just mean this one country, Asia, Germanic. It's a big kind of a place in Europe. All right, with that, let's take a quick break and we'll see you really soon. Hey friends, it's Enjoy English School. We're on day 1 of our Happy Midsummer Festival. Still not excited about summer. Midsummer is celebrated on the summer solstice.
Yeah， 我们来看一下这句话，他说 Midsummer 就是指这个仲夏节呢 is held on 是在什么时候举行的呢？ The summer solstice 就是指在夏至的时候。我们知道这个夏至呢 The summer solstice 是6月21号，也就在这个附近时候所举行的。
I didn't know that. I know it's 差不多这个
时间啊，对，就是那个时间。
So the solstice is a very useful word in English. 前面你看到 S-O-L. That's the Latin word for sun. You underline that sol. But what does solstice mean? Well, in Latin, it means to stand still. You don't move. Now, why? What does this mean? Well, S-T-I-C 这边事实上 in Latin means to stand still, stit. And this has become every day closer to the first day of summer. The sun goes higher, 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 and then 然后最高的地方. That's the first day of summer. That's the solstice. And then it slowly goes lower in the sky 到 the first day of winter. 然后它是最低，没有办法更低。That's why the solstice, we say it stands still. The sun doesn't move any lower or any higher. Solstice means the sun doesn't move anymore.
Yeah, 没错，在这个地方的话，我们就知道说这个字的 solstice 的历史了。前面的 sol， 好，在这边的话指的是那个太阳。那在拉丁字里面，后面那个 stis 到底是什么呢？在拉丁字里面，它是 stit， 指的是站着不动 ，stand still， 静止不动。所以可以想象一下，夏至的时候。在夏至之前，太阳慢慢每天越来越高，越来越高，是越来越长，日照越来越长，对不对？到了最高的位置，不动了，然后再来才会慢慢越来越低。所以它在夏至也好，它都是指太阳在那个地方静止不动的感觉，所以它就出现了 solstice 这个字。The summer solstice 就指夏至，也就是太阳到最高点，不会再往上高了。那如果到了 winter solstice 就是最低点，不会再低了，都是静止不动的感觉哦。
Where I'm from in the north,at the summer solstice, it is still daylight at like 9:30 p.m. It's still very clear outside. It's very weird. For my wife, 她从来没有看过，我第一次带她去美国 for right at like the summer solstice. And I didn't tell her what time it was. 我故意的就是很忙一个日子。And I was like, oh, we gotta go home. It's almost time for dinner. She's, what time is it? It's like 9:30 at night, and it's like bright daylight out. 很夸张。
很夸张，对。老师的话住的比较北边嘛，所以在北边的地方，如果是夏至的时候，晚上咯都9点半咯，天都还是亮的，所以你刚才回来说，该回去吃饭了吧？不，该吃宵夜了，
赶快睡觉。This is the longest day of the year when daylight can last as long as 17 hours.
好，所以他就告诉你了 ，This is the longest day of the year， 这是这一年里面最长日照最长的这个时间。When daylight can last as long as 17 hours， 日照可以长到17个小时，这么久哎！天哪，9点半了，天都还是亮的。
The traditions of Midsummer can be traced back to, we can find directions back to it, to the Middle Ages. That's like around the Tang Dynasty, the Ming Dynasty.
OK， 在这边的话，我们来看一下这句话。他说 The traditions of Midsummer， 好，这个仲夏节的这个传统呢，好 ，can be traced back to the Middle Ages。这个地方特别帮我把它画起来，就是 can be traced back to。我们刚刚有学到追溯到，可以说什么 date back to something dates back to， 可以用现在式。但如果这边的话，你要用 trace 的话，它要用被动的语态 can be traced back to， 因为是我们去追溯这个节日到什么时候嘛，所以节日是被追溯的。在这边的话，特别注意这件事。后面讲的是 the Middle Ages， 指的是中古世纪的时候。
Now, if we want to be clear, 有效分别了。For example, trace back to means our evidence tells us it goes to this point. Maybe it's older, but we don't have the evidence. So dates back to, we know. Trace back to, 应该是 we think it can go to here. So it's a little different. Yeah, a little different.
没错，没错。那这边的话，那个中古世纪，顺便跟各位说一下，老师刚刚讲在唐朝的时候，对不对？差不多是西元的话是476年到1492年啊，鄂图曼土耳其东罗马帝国灭亡了之后，那一段时间是中古世纪。
Like the end of Han, all the way to about the early Ming.
没错，
差不多 Middle Ages.
没错。
During those times, doctors would gather, collect herbs, 不是 herbs, from the forest, which were believed to have gained magical healing powers during the solstice.
好，这边的话，我们看下一句话，他说 During those times， 在那个时候，在那个年代里面呢，怎么样 ？Doctors would gather herbs。这个 herbs 指的是药草。其实有时候我也会听过人家讲 herbs， 好像是英式的说法会讲
That is
herbs
especially British English, yes.
所以说在这边的话，美式英语会讲 herbs， 那个 h 是不发音，就像 hour 那个 h 不发音一样哦。那时候呢 ，Doctor would gather herbs from the forest， 在森林里面采集药草 ，which were believed， 好，这边特别注意一下 ，to have gained magical healing powers。这边为什么要用 to have gained？ 如果说今天是用不定词 to do something， 碰到你讲过去的时间的时候，你会使用 have 加上 VPP 的方式来表达，这是以前人家当初相信当时会有这样子的这种疗效的。在这边的话，我们会使用 have gained， 要特别注意一下，不定词碰到过去式会碰到这种情况。 magical healing powers 就是这种神奇的疗效 during the solstice 在夏至的时候会出现神奇疗效。
Now, I should say Herb is also the name of a man, H-E-R-B, 一样的拼法, but this is not a popular name anymore. It's a name like your dad, like my dad, your dad. Our grandpas might be called Herb. It's not really 比较现代, but there are people sometimes still called that. I knew a Herb. He was a little older than me, but less than 5 years older than me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but only one my whole life. Okay, the Vikings would visit water wells and start bonfires to keep wicked spirits at bay.
OK， 再来我们看这句话，这句话很棒哦。The Vikings 就是维京人呢，好，他们很多时候你可能看过北海小英雄啊，可能对维京人好像有海盗啊，类似这样子的印象，对不对？当时 The Vikings would visit water wells， 他们会特别去到水井里面，好，去看这些不同的水井 ，and start bonfires to keep wicked spirits at bay。我们这边注意一下这句话，他说。Keep something at bay 就是让它远离你 ，OK， 让它不要靠近你。那 wicked spirits 或者说你会听人家讲到 evil spirits， 就是这种恶灵、邪灵，让邪灵退散的感觉。他们用一些方式去start bonfire， 是去建造一些篝火，类似像萤火晚会那样的火，然后去驱散邪灵。
Okay, so very quickly before our break, we're a little late already. Why do we say keep something at bay? Well, a bay is where boats can safely stop. And if those people on the boat had a problem, especially if they were sick, remember, 这个是 Middle Ages, 这个黑死病, we're thinking that. You keep them at bay for a week. And we'll let you off after 1 week or 2 weeks. This is what 隔离, right?
隔离, right.
So it's to quarantine them. So when we keep someone at bay, it means keep them away so they don't get us sick or cause problems for us.
没错，所以说这个 bay 本来指的是海湾嘛。那如果上船的人本身不确定他有没有疾病的时候，那你先在这个海湾待上1个礼拜，你确定没事了，我们再放你下来。所以说 keep something or someone at bay 就是让他远离你，让他不要靠近你，伤害到你。
Okay, time for break. Okay, friends, it's time for our final paragraph today. Again, we're on pages 48 and 49. Now, in our last sentence, we said the word bonfire, and that's a really big fire, usually to help keep people warm. But what does it really mean? It's actually made of 2 Latin words, bone and fire. Now, maybe you're thinking like 火葬. Well, no, actually bonfires or bonfires were used to burn witches. So today we feel bonfires are like happy and wonderful. They were used to burn witches.
OK， 所以以往呢，其实我相信各位有听过那种 witch hunting 这个词，对吧？猎巫，对，猎女巫。所以 bonfire 或者是来自拉丁字的 bonfire。好，我自己看到这个 bon 的时候，我想到的是法文的 bon， 所以 bon
like
就是
good,
right?
right?
Something good, something happy, right? No. 老师跟我讲说
That's a really common thought.
没错。然后老师跟我们讲说，其实事实上这个 bonfire 以前是用来烧死女巫的。
Yeah,
我一听就傻眼
that's
了。
so sad, that's so heavy. Okay. Over time, Midsummer became linked with St. John. He was an important Christian saint who helped Jesus spread his message.
好，接下来我们看这一段的开头，他说 over time， 好，随着时间慢慢过去呢 ，Midsummer 仲夏节 became linked with Saint John。这边讲的 Saint John 就是 Saint John the Baptist， 好，就是施洗者约翰。Baptist 这个字的拼法是 B-A-P。T-I-S-T 就是施洗的人，帮人家受洗的人，帮助他去施洗，这样的话的人做这样的事情。他说的是跟施洗者约翰产生了关联。He was an important Christian saint， 他在基督教里面是一个非常重要的一个这个圣徒 ，who helped Jesus spread his message， 能够帮助这个耶稣呢去宣扬他的教义，宣扬他的这个想法。
The holidays are celebrated together.Because the solstice occurs or happens around St. John's birthday, June 24th, when people gather for a large feast.
好，所以在你看这个地方，他说 The holidays are celebrated together。好，这样的节庆呢，大家就一起来庆祝了。为什么呢 ？Because the solstice， 好，刚好这个夏至 occurs around St. John's birthday, June 24th。 好，在这边的话，你刚好知道说哦。我这个假设我是施洗者约翰，我的生日是6月24号，然后6月21号是夏至，那干脆怎样一起庆祝算了，对不对？最后这两个东西就连接在一起了。然后逗号后面写说 ，When people gather for a large feast， 然后大家在这个节庆里面就会聚集在一起，然后享受一顿盛宴。
Christianity did this a lot. Christmas.On December 25th was a holiday long before Christmas, very old holiday about the winter solstice. And then they're like, well, if we want more people to celebrate Christianity, 他们不要再就是放弃庆祝这个冬天的一个节日。Oh, okay. Jesus' birthday is December 25th. We'll celebrate it here. And that's what they did with John the Baptist's birthday too. They're like, well, people like celebrating this holiday.And we don't want to tell him you can't celebrate this holiday. John the Baptist's birthday is 3 days later. Why don't we just put them together? And that's a good idea. It helped people accept Christianity more.
所以说呢，其实上基督教常常可以使用这样的方式帮助大家欣赏接受基督教。比方说今天像老师提到了这个圣诞节好了，然后大家很喜欢这个冬天的节日。那我们今天这个节庆可能在之前这个基督教传来这里就有了，那我们干脆就把这两个合并在一起。那我想想看，12月基督出生，那我们来用这种方式去做。好，圣诞节就跟他当地的这种习惯结合在一起。这边仲夏节也是一样，用施洗者约翰他的生日刚好跟夏至结合在一起，然后让大家更容易去接受，甚至去欢庆这样的节庆。
For entertainment, they watch plays that tell the story of his life.
OK， 他说 for entertainment 为了娱乐大家 they watch plays that tell the story of his life。那大家也会去看这个施洗者约翰的故事啦，他们可能重新去演在这个舞台上面演，大家去看，哇，好酷哦，这样子看的话有寓教于乐的效果。
The large bonfires are also meant to represent Saint John as a guiding light for Christians and also to burn witches.
对啊，而且 the large bonfires， 好，这个大的这种篝火呢，好，那 are also meant to represent， 也是用来代表着 Saint John， 就是施洗者约翰。As a guiding light for Christians， 它就像一个光明的这种象征，好，就像灯塔一样，好，就很棒的这种亮光，照亮着这个基督徒。然后老师就加了一句说，同时也可以烧死你。
就是这个意思。好悲伤。Okay, let's do vocab review. Okay, friends, it's time for vocab review. Our first word today, it's an adverb.Outdoors.
Outdoors 有 s 的就是那个副词的，好，就是到户外。
Number 2, we have appreciation.
Appreciation 这个字的话是名词，如果你说 show appreciation for something， 就是可能是对某个东西表示赞叹或是欣赏的那种感觉。
Show your happiness for something. Number 3, an occasion.An occasion just means a special day or special event.
Occasion 的意思就是指场合或者是一个特殊的庆典仪式等等。
Next we have healing.
Healing 就是有疗效的，常常会搭 healing powers， 好，具有这种神奇的疗效。
Next, number 5, we have our verb phrase to keep somebody or something at bay.
To keep something or somebody at bay 就是让他们远离你，不要靠近，没有机会伤害到你。
不要说 in the bay. The boat is in the bay. That's accurate. But 这个的意思是 we don't want them off their boat. Number 6, wicked.Wicked
就是指邪恶的，你也可以用 evil 这个字。
Evil, right. Number 7, a feast.A
feast 就是盛宴，很大的这种 banquet 会有的那种东西，好多菜啊。
When do you eat a feast? At a festival. 这个 F-E-A、F-E-S 都是有关 having a big meal 的意思。And lastly, entertainment. 就是指娱乐。 Now, entertainment 不一定那个 N 会说出来，要看你是谁。I think Karen 老师says the N. I don't say entertainment, but some people do entertainment.
都可以。
Yeah, 这个都可以，要看
地方的使用习惯。
你几岁？
也是，对，
很重要。
对，没错。
With that, don't tell her I said that. All right, let's enjoy English school, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.